But as it stands, we should be fine. There might just be a little bit of fiddling around with the layout of things as we get in. I know you would say you should have tested this all before, and here's the thing, we did, but I'm also incredibly stupid, so you might want to just give it just a moment, okay? So, if all things have been done correctly, allow me to present to you the brand spanking new interview and bar room of the Kari Mansion, along with our fine guest, Gaz. Wait, where are you, Gaz? Gaz, are you there?
Yes, of course I'm here, honey.
I hear a disembodied voice. Spimbo?
Yeah, where am I?
Spimbo? I can't see you. Oh no. Oh dear. I knew something was gonna go wrong. Oh god, I am such a muppet. Give me just.
Oh, hold on. I think I'm outside.
You know, do you want somebody? Oh god, that wasn't the right button.
We had this set up. I want you all to know. We had this set up. It was all done. It was all ready.
You can't do a stream thing like this that works correctly right off the bat.
Oh, it's because I'm here and now everyone's going to say Spimbo.
Okay. I think that, you know what, this will just have to do. This will have to do.
This will have to do.
I will get all of this fixed for the next time. It's fine. Right, so...
At least the video quality is not as bad as it would be on Video Ninja.
Haha, ain't that the truth? Now, the entire reason, and the reason I made a mention of how dichotomous this was by comparison to Savvy's entry here was because that's kind of the point of what we do here. The reason we want to bring on everyone of differing proportions, sizes, and types of content is for the sole purpose of showing the world all natures of content, whether it's lewd, crude, or outright deplorable, or maybe some people who are just maybe a bit more say-so. The idea is the Late Night Bite is here to debut people and content creators that you might not have had the chance to get to see before. So, my friend Spimbo, my absolute larger-than-life individual.
Oh my, keep talking about me more like that and I might just have to take a bite.
I'm glad I have some level of professionality, otherwise this would go a very different way very quickly. I must maintain my semblance of interviewer professionality. Now, after this, however, that's a completely different story.
Good luck.
So, Gaz, my darling,
yes.
my Spimbo.
Yes.
We have possibly a very unique opportunity of one of the most unique content creators out there. And we are here to put a spotlight on you and your content. What makes you, you. What helps define your content and otherwise bring an eye to it otherwise. So first of all, let's talk a bit about you. Let's talk a bit about, like, your larger-than-life personality. As we can all tell, you're a spider. A Spimbo. Spider. You said that you're a spider kaiju cross, no?
Yes, I am.
Now, if we were to ask, what was your... I suppose one of the best ways of getting to know someone is inspirations. What was it that inspired you to choose this avenue?
What inspired me to choose this avenue? Well, when I was little, just a small little spider, I used to catch spiny orb weavers. And I would help them back to their webs a lot. I would also sometimes just sit and enjoy watching them make their webs and stuff because, my goodness, they work so diligently and hard on all that they do.
Spider, I can imagine having chosen a spider. It might even be a bit of a... I don't know about you, but when people see a spider in their house, you can see the cliche thing in their life of going straight for the rolled up newspaper. I can imagine in a scenario like that.
You want to know what I hear more than anything is the line I hear all the time is, I have arachnophobia, but
but, you know, Absolutely. I would sort of see it as more of a challenge at that point. The old rolled up newspaper. Like, I was gonna squash you, but now I feel like I need to be the one who's being squashed.
They just want the, just.
Exactly. Ooh, I think you raised yourself a little bit there. Ah, there you go.
Oh, I had to adjust myself.
Like I actually showed your model to
Sometimes
a non.
My community bought me a chair that actually fits my fucking massive posterior, so it's pretty nice.
That must be the biggest chair on the planet if it's able to contain that
it's
level
massive.
of. Yeah, I was about to say. That's a challenge. Needs to be when they give you the size of the material, you need to check the box saying this chair is designed for a spimbo. It needs to be of the even larger proportions.
Yes, definitely. Need to be able to carry all this weight,
Yeah, it's when I actually showed one of my friends who's not really VTuber savvy your model a little while back, because we've known each I think we've known each other for a fair while at this point.
We've known each other for, I want to say, the better half of half a year.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And there was a point where I was showing a friend of mine some very different types of models, and I specifically showed them your model at one point, and and I kid you not, their instant word, and I can. It made me giggle just right off the bat. Their instant response was, "I'm not sure whether to be scared or aroused."
Scare-roused.
Scare-roused, yes, that's a fine terminology to use. And you know what? That's incredibly fun. I love seeing unique takes on VTube models and just the concept for characters in general. Like from a creative standpoint, there has to be a certain point of was the Spimbo kind of design something that were you always this elaborately designed, or was there a point, because we all know that characters go through different iterations and whatnot, were you always this elaborately designed, or was there previous iterations?
The bangles on the arms, the dress, pretty much most of it was the same. But the thing is the hair actually was different all the way up until the final point. We changed it last second. Before I had long straight hair.
Nice.
It was going to be long straight white hair, and it was going to have the little freckle dots that you typically see on the Spiny Orb Weaver's abdomen.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Nice.
I can actually share a picture of it. You want to see?
If you want to pop it on the Discord, by all means.
Yeah, I'll pop it into the Discord.
Because we're just trying to get an idea
it's safe for
stream. We're trying to get a semblance of what makes you you, and I'm fascinated by your design. There's a lot of.
Oh, thank you.
There's a lot of.
I really
uniqueness
wanted to be the VTuber with the best lips.
And why the hell not? Honestly, there's certain faculties to your design that I feel would be very enthralling to draw. Like a design philosophy that would help entwine people in your clutches, as it were.
Yes.
The mystery behind what lies behind those bangs in front of your eyes. The intricacy of those arms. That's very spider style to draw hapless victims into your clutches.
Well, here's the thing. I prefer willing victims. Way more fun, way more delicious, and always comes back for more.
A girl's gotta eat. And lest we even talk about that so delightful voice of yours, damn.
Oh, that delicious, deep, baritone voice of mine.
I wouldn't exactly say baritone. Actually, no. I was more pointing towards a southern gal kind of twang.
Oh yeah, no. You were actually one of the first people to catch that in there.
Really?
A lot of people more attributed to the transatlantic accent.
So okay, I'm actually honestly not to come across as untowards, but I thought I don't know, maybe it's just my ears, but I think your voice is delightful. It's very.
Yeah, I mean, If you want, I could add a little bit more into it, a little bit more.
Stop!
A
Stop! No,
little bit
please
more
continue. Please
twang
continue.
added in and just make the Makari all flustered.
Thanks. I like this. This is a good.
Yeah, I know. Stop!
Stop, Gaz! Stop! Yeah, this is a very different kind of interview, I feel. Not that I'm disapproving. I think that's kind of the point, right? We have to take
Gaz's
we have to
voice
take
is
the
just
interview.
arousing. Oh, thank you so much.
Your fans are in the audience, it would seem. And hey, it's a fine selling point. I feel as though, especially within the content creation sphere, having a voice that's fit for radio is such a enthralling faculty to have.
Well, I've been in entertainment for a little bit. Not quite streaming, but a few things, as people who are a part of my community already know.
Hey, whatever pays you those bills, you know. And to be fair, we're more than happy to go into that. As I said, it's about the different walks of life. Like, what one creator does is going to be different from another. And if
Exactly.
we've all gone down a journey to get to where we are. Exactly, and that is something we all vibe for here, is making sure we acknowledge and don't discredit people's journeys. Like, at the end of the day, as long as you do a job that you're happy with, it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, if you want to be a porn star while you're growing up, then by all means, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. If you're having fun doing it, that's all that matters. So why don't you tell us a bit about your sordid history then, your past, your what brought you to VTubing, as it
My
were?
sordid history, my past.
We'd like to know more about you, because I know it might be surprising. There are people here who may not know of your bobacious nature, of where you came from and what you did before. If you're willing to share.
Well, what I used to do for work before I became a VTuber and stuff is I was actually a sex worker.
Damn straight. And that's what I mean. It's not. There's nothing wrong with doing things that makes you happy. And it's the
Did
walks
it
of life
professionally for, I want to say, I did it professionally in like a brothel setting for about a little less than 5 years.
And honestly, do you feel as though that work helped you foster this personality that you helped derive with your content creation? Because there's a very debonair, noir kind of sensual nature to everything you do. And I feel as though that's maybe a follow-up.
When you act a certain way, it kind of becomes a little bit imprinted, and it kind of doesn't go away.
I can see not necessarily the inspiration, but I can see how that's influenced your.
This voice doesn't turn off. This is literally me.
And honestly, even if it was, I would never want you to turn it off either way. It is a very.
I don't think I could. Honestly, trying to do any other voice and stuff, because my goodness, my wife actually got a bit of entertainment at the fact that there's a Street Fighter character that, because of the way that I speak, I can't pronounce her name properly.
Honestly,
and it is the most unexpected name.
It's such a unique voice, though. I think I honestly find it enthralling listening to. I think if we lined up 100 Southern girls next to each other and had them all speak, I could still pick you out of all of them. It's very unique to you, and it fits.
Oh yeah, no, I've already resigned to the fact if somebody's gonna fucking find me in public, I talk too unique and I have a laugh that can be heard for miles.
Didn't you say recently as well that you'd one of your bosses had found your tapes? Shall we say? Don't think I wasn't looking through your stuff. I saw that. I don't think you quite realize I do a lot of background work on the people who are going to come on this show. So if you ever get invited, just let it be known. I will find your dirty laundry.
One of my old supervisors at a job that I was doing, I believe it was when I was working as a level and prop designer. Yes, I did that for a little bit, very small amount of time.
It's almost to the equivalent. I mean, it's kind of, I suppose that's like a transitionary thing that you would have had even between your sex work and your VTubing.
Yes.
Like we have a lot in common here, I feel. Whereas your sex work, I've always been in the sex industry for different reasons as well. This is the scary thing. We have a lot in common, and it's why I felt like you
We
would be a
do.
great
That's
addition
why
to
we
the
mesh
show.
so well. We also love tongues, you know?
If only my model had a tongue that was appropriately sized. But it's that. It's
Oh,
that.
what's wrong? Huh? You got a little brain rot? Did it tick in there a little? Just a little.
Trust. Trust me. If this model had the tongue that I would have wanted, we could have had a bit of a there's a semblance to this show that I do as a game show element. I was tempted to do tongue wrestling contest, but I'm not sure if that would have been very approved of by our Twitch admins. Maybe for another website sometime.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think we'll have to save that for another time.
Absolutely.
I mean, I am getting a 3D model here soon. It's going to be really fun.
Yes. But
I'm making it myself.
Back to the subject in question. I take this into a we subject, but just because of the similarity in our situations. And I'm going to loop this back to what we were just talking about. But we've had very similar. I say very similar. We've had similar themed glow ups into where we are now, whether it be from your sex work or having me been quite prolific in certain areas as well in that nature when I was younger, having then gone into doing this smutty art degree, being a porn artist, as it were.
Yes.
And seeing how that's
you did that for a little bit.
A little bit. I'm still doing it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I also
actually,
did.
The thing is when I finish the model, I actually plan on doing more of that too, because to be honest, part of me
the internet needs that kind of stuff. We wouldn't have our fine fan service industry without that kind of influence generating us into the first place. But I say this because we have those similar upbringings, glow ups to where we are now, which means we end up having similar experiences now because of that, whether it be your boss having found your tapes or in more relevant scenarios, do you ever have people who find your artwork and then that brings them to your channel?
Yes, a lot actually. Mm-hmm. I have people who show up and they're like, damn, that one picture where you're literally drowning that person in your ass. My goodness. I loved it. I'm just glad to be here. Wow.
Oh my god, same, but different. I get the one I get quite frequently is hey, wait, Makari Morph, are you that person who draws all that furry smut? And I was like,
My moderator is having a field day right now, probably in the mind just like, oh my goodness.
Honestly, though,
you have no power here, Rhino.
But, okay, on a slightly serious subject, and I think this is kind of a fun subject as well. I don't think sex should ever be looked down on. I am of the mindset.
No, it shouldn't.
Sex workers are totally valid, and you know what? We can both have this down. Sex work is just as valid as anything else.
Yes,
it is a service.
It is one of the oldest careers.
Absolutely. I honestly don't see that. I don't see why it is such a okay. That without going into geopolitics and whatever. Sex work is an amazing opportunity to express yourself.
The only reason why it's an unsafe environment is because people keep treating it as if it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And you know what? Sex is just part of life, and honestly,
it is.
It's one of the most freeing walks of life. If you are able to drop those restraints that inhibit you from understanding sex as part of our life, it helps loosen your mind to understanding the freedom of what it is you can be. And for people like yourself and I who have done that kind of stuff in the past, it's allowed us to be very open-minded to who we are now. I think that people who accept sex and those walks of life are some of the most open-minded people you will ever meet.
Yes.
And I think that's fantastic.
I have a message that I say a lot on my stream. It is, if you are not doing anything illegal or anything that hurts anyone in any way possible, why should you ever feel ashamed of what you're doing?
Absolutely, and that's for all walks of life. But I love this. I love this.
Fucking you.
Be free. Be. So long as what you're doing doesn't hurt other people, Do what makes you happy. Be passionate. Life is too short to let the stipulations and prejudice of other people doctrine the way you do work yourself. And
if you're happy and they're not, they can stay mad.
Everyone, and at the end of the day, it's that thing of other people's happiness shouldn't be your concern. Like, just because somebody else is having fun doing something the way they want. I suppose that's like for the haters out there who think like, oh, sex workers, that's entirely uncouth and unsophisticated in more nice terms than what they would probably use. Those are the closed-minded people we don't need to socialize ourselves with.
Yes, definitely.
It's this is a really good reason why I wanted to bring you on, because as I said, this show, other than being about sharing your content, it's to bring up every content creator brings something unique to the table, their walks of life, their experiences, and it gives us something new and fresh to talk about. In this case, we have a great opportunity to talk about sex work, which is a totally valid subject and a great subject to cover, because let's face it, this kind of stuff doesn't get talked about enough on the internet.
It doesn't get talked enough.
And when it does, there's usually a stipulation.
A rampant issue.
Absolutely. And I think especially within the VTube sphere, we both know how sexually strong the VTube sphere can be.
Yes, it is.
That creates a lot of misconceptions and generalized understandings that may not be very. There may not be as much education behind it as there. Understanding as there would be, which is why education is important. Understanding that sex work or just general smut and general sex acceptance is a very important part of what helps us be who we are. And in reality, a lot of our fundamental actions and personality traits can all actually be derived back to how we identify and how we address sex in a way. To a degree. It's all swings and roundabouts. It's all balance. It's just a lot of us repress the sexuality side of ourselves because people have been conditioned to think it's uncouth or unsophisticated. But no, that's exciting. I love hearing this kind of thing. It's not often as often I have someone around me who's walked that part of life. But to that extent as well, your taste in artwork. Oh my God. Every time I check your Twitter, there is something on that just drives me wild. Oh, and it all comes, and this kind of all comes back to your taste in your model as well. Like everything about this model just makes me
makes the mind go numb.
Damn straight. And for the sake of Twitch chat, this model was made by Oh, my brain's gone flat. Kurama, thank you. Yes, I should know this. I was talking to them literally 2 days ago. Kurama, they did an absolutely fantastic job bringing your debauchery to life. I love the design. It's
the concepting was done by me and my wife. We wanted to make this the most me that we ever could.
If your thighs don't fill out the entire room, is it a model worth having? I would question that as no. Honestly, if I can ever get around to getting a 2.0 2D Makari as the succubus, it would be this is kind of energy I want. I mean, look, if we were gonna do this realistically, let's face it, a more realistic approach would be something a bit like this.
Oh, yes.
Okay, actual.
There we go. Alrighty. There we go. Actual point of view. Perfect.
Yes. More appropriately sized proportion POV of a Makari Gaz interview.
Stand up a little, I can pet you on the head. There we go.
Mumther, I do require the head pats. Actually, nice ass. Damn.
Thank you.
Excellent. You know, this is going to have great clickbait for the thumbnail.
Definitely.
You know what? Let's just get. I don't think we need a table. I think we just need to have.
Yeah, you know what? No table.
Why don't you just sit on the floor? Hold on.
Sit on the floor. What am I doing, huh?
There we go. Why don't you bring yourself down a little bit? We'll have the size. We'll have the more appropriate size difference. Bring yourself down a smidge. Bring yourself down.
Alrighty. Fine.
Where is it again? There it is. Hut. Blap. Blap. And blap.
Here, if
much
you want
better.
To make this a
there we
go. Easier for you as well.
Ah.
There
you know what? Better. The closer you are, the better. Much better. Oh, speaking of which, I see Karama in the chat. Hi.
Oh, hi, Kudo. How are you doing, hun?
You know what? At this
To
point,
bother you about a new outfit.
oh, a new outfit. You want to tell us more about that?
I'm thinking about a summer outfit, or maybe a new outfit for the 2-year streamiversary.
Ooh, fancy, exciting. Yeah, hi Kurama. Words hard. Can I just remind people, for the sake of anyone watching on the VOD, I've been live at this point for 53 days. My brain ain't working. My normal interview semantics are completely out the window. The fact that we even got this together at this point is beyond approved.
Oh yeah, no, you need to understand the fact she's needing to manage this whole thing. Meanwhile, I'm over here throwing wood onto the fire that she's trying to hide.
I think for future interviews, whenever I do this, I will just do it as a stream at the beginning. So I don't have to worry so much about the scuff and I can get things set up better.
So you don't have to worry about the scuff. You don't have to worry about...
Exactly. Because look, at this stage, things have been so scuffed. The important thing is we've debuted the new room and we have you here. At this point, if there's clipping issues, if there's anything else, it doesn't matter. What matters is we're able to talk. So let's just run it that way, okay?
What's the matter, a little breathy?
Don't you start that. Don't you start. This is supposed to be an interview, not an opportunity for you to impart your dominance on me.
I'm not imparting dominance on you. I'm just enjoying how adorable you're being right now. Listen,
this is entirely unfair.
I'm not actually trying right now. The fact that you're getting flustered is on you. I'm just being me.
Listen, I can't help that I have a deep-seated fascination with monster ladies who are definitely...
You can hear the fingers touching. Yeah, there it is.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have absolutely no idea. Anyway, back to the questions in part. So we know a bit about you now. So the larger-than-life attitude, the personality, what makes you you. I think, of course, this is also to shine light more on the content as well. So let's talk a bit about you then, a bit about what you've been making and all, as such. I know that you are... So from the outside perspective, one would think that somebody with such a sexualized, sex-charged energy, that it would be all about the titties, the smut and everything. But surprisingly, I would imagine that the focus on just creating a safe environment is where that comes from now. Yes. Show people they can be who they want to be, do what they want to do, and be a happy person.
Mm-hmm. More than anything, I want to create a place where people want to feel like they belong, where people can be themselves without fear of judgment or criticism.
Absolutely. And I would almost add to that as well, that the sex appeal is a bonus when it comes to that kind of thing. You may enter the channel initially being like, oh wow, there's a big spider lady who dig all honkers on this stream. Wait a minute, it's a wholesome environment that I can actually feel like I'm being myself. I'm so confused. Isn't it great to just confuse people? Just, you know what? You can sex and sexuality is not synonymous with perversion. You are allowed to be perverse and wholesome at the same time. I call it wholesome, but, you know, that's just my preference.
Lewdsome.
Lewdsome, exactly. Lewdsome.
Yes.
The world needs to be more lewdsome.
I know it's correct. I am too good at reading people.
Honestly, I think, actually, as somebody who takes psychology and people reading to a bit of a personal interest, I actually would attest to the fact that being a sex worker and somebody who understands sex in general and people's persuasion towards such things allows you to understand people to an infinitely more intricate level than, say, people who are closed off to that.
Tell everything.
Absolutely.
The way you type, the way you speak, the way your words come out, it says so much.
Like, for example, if somebody's typing to you and they all of a sudden go from a keyboard warrior to misspelling all over the place. It means your roleplay is going really well and they're playing with one hand.
Yeah, definitely. When the typos start happening more.
Did you ever like do you role play at all? Have you ever do you ever do that kind of
I
stuff?
used to do it a lot.
Were
When I
were
was
you ever
younger?
were you ever part of Gaia Online back in the day?
No.
So my I ask because we all had avenues to channel that roleplay. I often found my roleplay inspiration coming from Gaia Online. Was that something that was did you have a source for that as well? Was that something that helped was that something that
Let's
helped you?
see. Let's see.
I suppose I'm trying to figure out where this where your inspirations come from. I find roleplay the idea of roleplay especially is it's an avenue of expression within the whole sex stuff.
I used to play on this chat platform.
Which one?
It's one that's one of the banned games on Twitch.
Oh, right. Yes, the Something of Life, right?
Yes.
Yes,
that one.
okay, I'm glad. You know what? Honestly,
I loved creating characters on there.
I think we're allowed to say the name, aren't we? Aren't we?
Are we?
I think
Are
we
we
are.
allowed to?
I just don't think we're allowed
I don't
to.
know.
Okay, it's 1 + 1 life. The
Yes.
first, but also +1 life.
Yes.
Honestly, that game.
It's dangerous to even say. Damn.
Okay, you know what? Fine.
To be fair, yeah, it kind of deserves it.
Yeah. To be fair though, that was one of the very that game plus maybe things like Gaia Online, IRC, AMV. A lot, especially people growing up, there are a lot of you need something to channel yourself to help
Yes.
focus. And I find roleplay is a very prime opportunity, not only to like spur your creativity, but to help explore yourself. Some things that you may not be quite savvy or confident doing in real life, you explore through the art of roleplay. And I know especially for myself and a lot of the people I spoke to growing up, that things like Gaia Online helped them discover who they were. For a lot of trans
I
people,
played
as well.
a lot of D&D and Pathfinder when I was in
Oh,
my teens.
even better.
Yes.
How to make your
essentially, when I had the ability to make a community, I saw that as a way of kickstarting my first community. Yes, I've had a lot of experience making communities, about a decade worth.
Hey, high five. Damn, yeah, no. I think, again, that's something that kind of we have in common. We've both been in the creation sphere for a very long time through different figures and forms.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh. But isn't D&D just so great for that kind of thing? Like trying to get your nonsense. Like my current DM is absolutely upset with me because every campaign I've been in with him ends up becoming a lewd campaign because of our nonsense.
Oh yeah, no, it ends up happening a lot for me too, because it's like, all right, this creature comes in, it's covered in teeth and gnashing claws, and I'm just like,
roll
their
for
number?
romance. Roll a persuasion check to see if it'll sleep with me.
Exactly.
Oh, we have. You know what? Chat, can we get some tongue interaction, please?
Yes.
You know what we're looking for here.
My community use my tongue.
And if you're part of both of our communities, can we get the tongues
Yes,
touching?
make them touch. Make the tips touch tips. Wait.
Mm-hmm. No, okay, another reason why we're very good friends. We both have a deep-seated appreciation for tongues.
Yes.
Also, those. Can I make it? Perchance, without sounding simpish, your lips look delightful and glistening today.
Oh, they do? Oh, you love them, don't you? Well, I mean, I could also, Also, since I'm right here, I have an idea to make the quality a little better.
Mm-hmm.
I could scoop myself right here and then you could adjust.
You gave me a close-up of the lips. My day is complete.
Alrighty, so you want to see a close-up of the lips?
Yeah.
Here,
just
let me
give
go
me
ahead.
just a
Let me go
moment
ahead
here.
and give you a nice because there's a little thing you probably don't know about the lips.
Oh, I've seen your Twitter. I know what those lips can do.
Oh, you know what the lips can do? I can just I can just, make them bigger.
require your assistance.
But I mean, listen, we're not even done yet.
You see, what Kuro does is, Kuro, sorry, what Gaz does publicly is what I wish I could do.
Now listen. The one thing I like doing is having the big luscious lips and then the gnashing teeth underneath it. Just wanting to bite.
This is getting age restricted, I know it. Oh my god, Kuro did an absolutely
The funniest thing
smashing
is,
job on this.
my videos don't actually get age restricted that much. The only ones that do are the ones where I actually do the growth ones, where like the ASMR stuff.
To be
My
fair,
ASMR
YouTube
gets
isn't
flagged
too
immediately.
bad with slight perversion. And let's face it, lips are lips. They are fine and juicy. And
Lips are lips.
I mean, baby, you could use those as flotation devices by themselves.
Oh. No, I mean, one thing I like doing is that full face smothering smooch, you know?
I may or may not have drawn
That,
in this nature. I need to nail down Kuro at some point to get a model like this. God. Anyway, that's beside the point. The future Makari aspirations aside, so big tall Spimbo. We need to somewhat stick to get. I realize there's no structure to any of this.
You've only asked me like 1 or 2 questions.
There's no structure to this. This is all on the fly. I mean, I have pointers that I could follow, but I find it's way more fun just to go with the flow and let what happens. Like, there could be a subject of what we talk about, but where's the fun in that when we could just let it ride? However, I made a note.
Red in the face.
What's to make you think I haven't been red in the face since we started?
Oh, I already know you have been. Ever since you heard my voice, you just went.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm
yes.
good at reading tone.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna try and draw attention to it. All right. Okay. Anyway, we do have. To bring it to question. What question at this point? This is fan service. Nothing but fan service. But to that extent, let's talk about some more things about you. Like you are a Warhammer fan, no?
Somewhat. My wife has been getting me more into it. I used to play a bit of the video games and such for it.
Because I noticed you were playing.
I'm enjoying a lot of the games I've been playing. I've enjoyed Darktide. I'm enjoying
Bolt Gun?
I'm enjoying Bolt Gun.
Yes, because that's what made me want to question
I also enjoyed one that Kaine showed me. Inquisitor.
Oh yes, it's one of those worlds I would have thought. I think if you were to get into Warhammer, like if we can talk nerd for a second,
Yes.
your entire vibe with the whole spider aesthetic sort of screams Slaaneshi Tyranid kind of crossover.
Yes. A lot of people said. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, she worships Slaanesh." No, I don't worship Slaanesh.
Slaanesh worships you.
Position.
Oh, I think Slaanesh has a bit of a run for her money for that job title. I mean, with that ambition like that, I mean, listen, all you'd need to do to really overtake that is to just prove to her worshippers that why would they want to worship that hoe bag when they could be worshipping someone in a much finer
When they
position?
could worship someone like me.
Exactly.
I love to indulge. That's for sure.
So the real question is, in a more nerdy sense, given your newity to Warhammer, what faction or race would you see yourself as, or collecting, or being? Would you say Slaanesh, or would you say maybe there's
Definitely
something else?
Slaanesh.
Are we talking just from a thematic point of
Definitely.
view, or are we talking is that what you'd actually want to be?
The demons are hot.
Oh yes,
I don't care. Show me any of them.
Fucker.
They're hot.
Monster
They're
fucker.
all
Hell
hot.
yeah. You know what? Magnus did nothing wrong, but Magnus also got a big.
Yes.
Have you seen those hooves? If the hooves are
Yes.
yeah, damn, he a big
Hell,
boy.
even the fucking horses they ride in on. The
Oh.
fucking people that were transformed into things. Yeah, no, those are hot too.
You know what?
Yeah, don't fucking at me. Actually, still at me. You're not
Yes.
changing my mind.
Hit me up with those with the demons' phone numbers, please. We need a direct line to the. Honestly, it's not even wrong. Like the inspiration for those kind of things. Like we talk about inspirations, but Slaneshi kind of imbibes everything that you and I seem to have a bit of a fascination for, whether it be the not even like gory nature of it, but like the semblance of transformation
that's still kind of fun.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But it's that sense of how to word it without sounding like I'm an absolute simp for enslavement. Indenturement to.
Well, I mean, listen, we are
servitude.
talking about someone who's wearing a collar.
Stop pointing out the obvious. It's simply for show. It's not. In some respects, I'm regretting having invited you on, but it's at the same time, this is amazing.
What's wrong?
Why?
You're loving this, honey.
What you gonna do? You're gonna yank my chain?
Yes, I am.
Excellent. The plan's working.
I mean, listen, you pretty much offered me a point to bind you up. Why wouldn't I?
We'll be back after these short commercial messages.
3 hours later.
Wow, this is gonna be great. Like, come back, hair's all a mess, desk is against the wall, friggin' stains everywhere.
There's a hole in the ground.
Yeah, the bottles on the wall are empty, the friggin' cracks all over the place, the entire ceiling's caved in. Right, back to the questions.
Hopefully you enjoyed all the commercials from our adverts.
Gotta get that Twitch ad revenue somehow, right? Oh. Okay, games though. Games. Now, the reason I said Warhammer is because I felt as though that was kind of a good starting point. Well, you've also been playing some Starship Troopers recently. I feel as though there's a bit of a thing.
I'm a big fan of that series.
I got the movies though, just and satire in a nutshell. Oh
Yes.
god.
The second movie wasn't that good though.
No, but
They abandoned the whole satire thing.
yeah, it's still the Starship Troopers franchise has been long. I have to ask though, is that not just a little bit of like a bit of a? Are you not killing your family? Like, are the bugs and arachnids not relatives of yours, perchance? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm asking for the know.
I don't know if you know anything about natures, but spiders fucking kill each other all the time.
You know what? That's entirely fair. Is it more of just of asserting your authority? I suppose it's more just you asserting your authority on the true dominant arachnid species, showing them who's boss and whatnot.
Anyone who's seen me play those games and such, I'm spouting it a lot. I'm the best bug there is.
Oh, fantastic! The true. You don't need no brain bug. You need a spimbo bug in charge.
You need a spimbo.
You worshiping the wrong arachnid overminds, my darlings. What is it? It's like their ultimate rule is like a god bug.
Yes, you saw the third movie, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that movie was fucking great. It was so ridiculous.
Honestly,
the part when they get down and start praying.
I know. My brother in Christ, you are about to be consumed by the biggest bug known to existence. What Jesus? The last thing you need right now is Jesus.
It got so it was the fucking jokey propaganda stuff is so fucking funny.
Like, we ignore the second movie exists. The third and first movies are totally worth the watch if nothing else. It's so nonsensical.
Also, the CG movies are good too.
Oh yeah,
especially Traitor of Mars.
Yes,
Traitor of Mars
yes,
great.
absolutely. I didn't actually realize those existed until like a couple of years ago. And my parents were the ones who showed me the original Starship Troopers movie when I was like 12. And that, when you're 12 years old and you see those bugs tearing into people, you're like, oh, that gave me nightmares. Whereas now it just reminds me of you.
I mean, listen, when I was younger, I was like, yeah, fucking rip them to pieces.
What was Nightmares?
I was the kid that was rooting for the Predator.
Yeah, you know what? Absolutely. It's kind of that
I
transition
was waiting
from
for the
childhood
xenomorphs.
into adulthood. What was nightmare-inducing as a kid is now either badass or arousing as an adult. I kid you not. The predators in the Predator movies terrified me as a kid. The aliens in the Aliens movie, absolutely nightmare feel. Now, they looking kind of good.
Now I want to fuck them.
Damn straight. Oh god. You don't know how true that is. There is some art. You know what I need to show you? I have drawn some art of a Ducky Makura with the aliens on it. A really thick, big-lipped alien.
Oh, I have an entire folder on my computer of just xenomorphs.
To anyone who tuned into the first interview with Savi and is now watching this deplorable show, you're welcome. Hi, welcome to the internet. Yes, welcome. Welcome
this
to the.
This is what happens when you get two people of the same personality in one area.
Just one of us has slightly more attention span than others. The finity over here. Tongue-tied, and we haven't even locked lips yet.
I know, damn.
The dichotomy of a Makari existence. One moment we can be sensible and talking about the most profane of things, and the next minute we could be making on the floor covered in stains.
Oh, one thing that my fucking community has said that's really fucking funny is it's a common dichotomy for me. It's big dommy mommy, but also silly spembo.
And isn't that the finity of things? Trying to show, making sure that people realize.
Clown folder. Stop bringing up the clown folder.
No, now I need to hear more about this. Please, explain.
I have a 10 gigabyte clown folder.
Is this out of sheer romantical interest, or are we talking just because you have a fascination with clowns?
No, clowns are hot.
You know what? I see it. You and one of my exes would not get along very well. They so I had two of my exes had complete polarizing perceptions on clowns. One of them was so into clowns like you that they tried getting me to dress up as one during. And you know what? I am all for satiating my partner's needs and stuff. However, that was a new one for me. The other one.
Listen, yeah, I can understand how that'd be a new one.
Hey, look, I'm not one to say that it's all for me. It's all about meeting one's needs, and as long as it's not
for me. That's the most fun part.
Exactly,
is seeing the look on their face as they get just what they wanted.
Oh God, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but there was a squeaky nose involved as well.
Yo, that's the best part. You know when it's I don't know if you know. You know what? I'm gonna stop there. I'm already getting.
So what you're telling me is those like what was that? Those like cheesy old horror clown movies. Whereas most people are hiding behind the couch, you're sat there with a bottle of lotion and some Kleenex next to you, going, "Oh, the best part's coming up. Let's go." But hey, if anything, that's a really pivotal part as to how dichotomous and how open and freeing like the mind can be once you're willing to let go of inhibitions and accept that your desires and your ability to be self-loving. Like I can see there are a lot of people out there that are like that hide their true feelings. Like, well, you know, clowns are kind of hot, but that's not considered normal. So I'll just pretend I'm just into girls,
no,
man. Totally.
Go in.
But if you're
in for it.
Exactly. If that's what gets you dude, stop letting other people's expectations and inhibitions get the better of you. If you want to fuck a clown, you fuck a clown. You fuck the most.
You want to
clown.
fuck a mime? Fuck a mime.
Absolutely.
I've done it before. They're professional. They're professionals. That's for damn sure.
Absolutely. And
they don't make a sound.
100%, or at least the good ones don't anyway.
Well, here's the thing: is there's a limit.
No,
the one that I was they broke character, but it was definitely hot. That's for damn sure.
I love this conversation so much. I don't think there are many people out there that I could have this kind of a conversation with. However, the ones I can have a conversation with like this are definitely within the VTube sphere. Because it's kind of it's kind of wild actually. Because we were talking about this earlier about how sometimes we hide ourselves behind a face, and
yes,
that was very much my existence for the first like 5 years on the internet. 5 years on Twitch where I was hiding behind that masculine persona. And the second that fell away, I started just presenting what I was into and the kind of stuff that was just making up me. And if the kind of stuff that makes up me is the fact that I want to fuck a monster or whatever, or have the predator bang me harder than anything, then baby, that's just who I am. Don't let life pass you by before you're allowed to express who you truly are.
Exactly, exactly.
Oh gosh.
Be you.
Absolutely.
There is no shame.
Absolutely.
In liking what you like, as long as you're not doing anything illegal and you're not hurting anybody. Why are you ashamed?
Well,
nobody should judge you.
You're not hurting people
anything.
who don't want to be hurt. That is.
Yeah.
If that's no, that's true. That's true. No, but it's all like the whole self-love thing. That's trying to help people loosen themselves. You know what? Sex is good, but seeing somebody who is influenced by you, suddenly having that realization of like, it's like that trans awakening or the awakening to one's actual freedom. And seeing that happen live, I'm sure you've had this happen as well, knowing the kind of stuff
I have.
you do. Seeing that is...
I've had people crack their shell on my chat, and I was like, oh my goodness, I am so fucking proud of you. It makes me so
more
happy
of that.
to see people be themselves.
That one of the best feelings imaginable. And, you know, I tailor these interviews very much to the kind of person that I'm with. So, you know, my interview with Savvy was much more formulated around the games and whatnot. But we have a connoisseur of this kind of subject here. So why not take advantage of that and be able to delve deeper as deep as we can?
Oh, my.
I'm sure you know all about deepness, don't you?
Very deep.
Now... That actually kind of has a bit of a semblance to a little note I had on here about the whole escapism and how we utilize, as VTubers especially, we have a very unique opportunity to help people with their escapism. Whereas, you know, we all have certain semblances of escapism with gaming, with doing things that get us away from our regular day-to-day life. Being a VTuber, and especially ones such as ourselves who have this personality and brains. You know what? This is why I usually close chat when I'm doing this, because this is how bad my brain is. Even one semblance of a distraction and I lose my train of thought. Yes, escapism. VTubing is an entirely unique form of escapism for people who watch. We have our models, and we are able to... I suppose the best way of putting it would be roleplay. We have this ability to put on a show that typical face cam streamers can't necessarily get to the similar level of. It'd be like it would be like a viewer coming into a stream and having that interaction with their favorite cartoon character, and seeing when somebody, so let's take you for example, somebody comes into your channel, they're maybe not so open-minded to what they're into yet, but they see this big fucking sexy spider lady and they're like, damn, you know what, originally I was gonna come here and be cringe, but having seen this, and then they get interacting with you and they suddenly realize that hey, this is pretty good. And, you know, then you subvert their expectations even more after helping rock their socks. You help rock their minds by giving those an extra set of limbs to make them feel comfortable as well. You blow their mind, and then you blow their load, and then you blow their chair into a position of relaxation. Do you find as though... have you ever... how to word this? Do you find that being a VTuber... helps you and helps you to help other people? And do you find the idea of that escapism to be part of your brand? Is that something you enjoy? I feel as though, having seen the kind of stuff you do, it's very much part of your personality and what you do.
So, the thing is a lot of people know Gaz is literally just me. There's barely any disparity. The only things there is skin color, the amount of arms, hair color. That's literally the only differences.
And that's absolutely... I suppose I was more meaning...
I use Gaz is partially, only partially, for my own privacy.
That's absolutely fair. And
But for the most part, I love creating worlds. I love creating characters. And I wanted to have a moment where I could make myself.
that's absolutely
By
fantastic.
being in this format, I can create more things that I enjoy, such as characters, locations. I
No.
can interact in them. People can have fun with the stories I tell, the world I build, all that such. That is why I enjoy this format.
What?
I did face streaming for a while, quite a long time.
And that's exactly why I brought you on here. That story is exactly what I love to hear. It's to backtrack just slightly. When we were talking earlier about the differences and how people find this kind of content creation, quote unquote, cringy or hard to get into, they forget that even face cam streamers we all share this in common, is that our content for a lot of people is escapism. It is that distraction from whatever may be happening in their real life. And I feel as though as VTubers, we have this very unique opportunity of taking that idea of escapism and
pushing it.
Exactly, with your idea of creationism, creating a world, similar to how the Kariverse, this whole Kari mansion thing, it's this,
Yes.
and your
The hollow in.
the personality that's injected. I don't think whether it's a persona that's put on or whether it's people like yourself who interject their own personality. I think this idea of creationism and giving people a glimpse of your creative mind not only helps share what you're able to do, but it allows people to experience it as well. And VTubing, to my mind, is the most interactive and the most experientially diverse platform, media form of what you said a second ago. And I love the way you've kind of taken that to the level that you have. You've taken this larger than life personality that is just you, and you've utilized this model to exponentially not multiply. Oh wow, the word's failing me. Excel, I suppose. To excel that, to project it further.
Yeah.
Have you ever found that? I suppose to a more poignant question would be, what are your plans, to kind of bring it more to back to a question, so to say? But what would be your plans for this? Are you planning to? Actually, I actually had a question for this actually that kind of holds a bit to this. What are you planning to do with this? Are you planning to? Do you have any? Wow, my brain really is farting at the moment. Do you have any projects? Do you have any aspirations that you're aiming towards with this? Is there an ultimate goal? Is there an end point? Is it more of the same? Do you have anything that you're aiming towards with this?
By the way, I already knew what the question was. I just liked hearing you finish your statement.
Oh my god, shut up! You can't be so wholesome after making me gush. Oh my god. I'd like to think that I'm somewhat eloquent with the way I talk, but now I'm just gonna. That's the motivation I needed for the rest of the day.
I fucking adore the way you speak. Don't you ever be ashamed of that.
You know, one day I will have the confidence that you do, I swear, but...
I'll help drill it into you, don't you worry.
Okay. I heard the word drilling and I completely blanked.
So, to answer your question, a lot of people already know that I'm working on 3D stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have skills in 3D. I've been wanting to get in. And people have been making me wanting to get into more formats. One thing I
Right.
wanted to do though is use my 3D skills in order to make a world, like an actual playable space
Would
that
that
we
be
can
in VR
interact
chat, maybe?
with and be in. I want to create a model because I speak with my body a lot. Anyone who hangs out with me on VR or is during the VR nights, they know this.
Mm-hmm.
I move a lot. I'm a fucking narcissist. I pose. I look at myself. I'm like, oh my goodness,
I
look
feel as
how
though to be the kind of
beautiful this
people we
woman
are,
is.
you kind of have to be a little bit of a
I,
narcissist.
I look. I look in the mirror so much.
Yo, girl, slay! Damn straight. Be
I'm
proud of who you
done.
are. You are an amazing person, and you should absolutely
Oh,
grasp
thank
that.
you so much.
You deserve that, absolutely. No, so is that gonna be something like that's gonna be like in VR chat? Maybe will other people be able to join you in that
Oh
world?
yeah, no. I was planning on importing that world into
Excellent.
VR chat,
What
but
would
I
this world
also
look
plan
like
on using
then?
it.
What? Give me paint me a picture. Fill my brain with those gazzy thoughts.
Oh, paint a picture? Alrighty, alrighty. So the realm. So I thought about making the realm Autumnfell for the VR world, but that would be an issue. It's too big.
Right.
And then people on Quest wouldn't be able to join.
Oh boy, gotta love those questers. No,
The thing is I want to be able to make it to where they can join as well.
that's a
And
fair ambition.
one way that I'm doing it is instead, I'm just making the Hollow Inn as the VR world while I make Autumnfell for other projects. Because for other projects, like I was trying to say, is I'm planning on getting into animated shorts.
Ah, like machinima?
No, like actual animation on Blender.
Oh, yes, of course. Like the yeah, I know what you mean. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And I can only assume the debauchery that will be enacted with those. Yeah.
Actually, I was planning on just having fun with it mostly.
Ah,
Introducing characters. I'm planning on making a lot of background characters for stream as well.
that's not
I
to
have
say
a
that
lot
you
of
couldn't be
plans.
debaucherous with it though. Just no,
I mean,
that's
listen,
awesome.
it comes with the territory.
Of
There's
course.
gonna be debauchery. I'm a very hedonistic woman.
Would you actually? So, do you have you had much practice with 3D stuff before?
Yes. I mean, I did say that I used to be a level and prop designer.
Oh yes, of course. I just kind of more wondered how that translates over because, is that kind of where you got started? Is it similar software?
Yes. I started on 3ds Max, but
You and my partner
I
would get along like a house on fire. I feel.
I absolutely hate the subscription on that. It's like
Oh,
thousands of
that's
dollars.
a whole subject. The
So I
animation
went and learned
industry.
Blender.
Yeah, the animation industry and all that kind of nonsense with those subscription
Yes,
based
for
softwares.
Monopoly on it. Yes.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Adobe.
Blech.
Adobe. Don't you do that. I've to freaking make me act
Yeah,
up.
no,
God damn it.
Oh, what? You went?
I'm suddenly very hungry.
Well, you want to have a strip of purple Laffy Taffy?
Yes. There is no other answer there. There is no like silly comment or like witty comeback. Yes. Yes, I would.
But yes. I'm wanting to make 3D models for that, but I'm also wanting to get my 3D model done because I want to do Fansly streams.
Preach! Preach! Yes. Amazing. Another fine opportunity.
I wanted to actually put my skills as a sex worker on display.
Yeah. So I was just about to mention that actually. Isn't it fantastic how this idea of our VTube model and having access to 3D technology with immersive VR nature allows somebody who would have been a sex worker to just take it that extra level further, to completely take their pleasure giving to a whole different level, to take the concept of to be able to expand the horizons of pleasure, because in real life we're limited to the constraints of what we are capable of, but utilizing VR and 3D. People are imagine being so boring that imagine being yes, exactly. Imagine being a normie who would turn that down. Like, oh my god, oh no, I shall do missionary with Delilah again this evening. I think yes, I'm so extravagant. I'm so
missionary for the pure means of
like
procreation.
to the people who are like, sex, yes, missionary with Delilah, yes. Meanwhile, Gaz over here providing the world with multiple armed madness.
Yeah.
How could you turn that down? Yes. Darling, I think we're going to be experimental today. Cowboy, I think, yes.
Daring today.
How daring, yes. Oh god, you got me snorting already, goddamn. Oh god.
I know, and it's adorable. You've actually done it like 3 times already. But who's counting?
I need my sound redeem for Hank Hill saying, "I'm about to bust."
Oh my goodness. I actually fucking like doing voices.
Oh, so that I was going to circle back to this a little bit as well. I am kind of keeping it on time just for the sake of constraining, because there's something we're going to do at the end with a little bit of a game show semantic. But voice. Okay, I wanted to cover this more because you have, and I don't you dare interrupt, because you have an amazing voice. It is incredibly unique. But I can assume that it's not something that you've had the opportunity to utilize this in. In my head, I see your voice as very diverse. I see that you have the ability to do more, to use it as a tool, and I feel as though you are the person that likes using your voice in that way. So, what's your range, shall we say? Are you? Why don't you could you give us a little bit of an example about what you want to use your voice for and how it be used?
So the people who have been around in my streams a lot, they know about a little trick that I have. I have a really, really good control of my pitch.
Mm-hmm. Can we hear?
So I can go even higher and I can go even lower.
Ladies and gentlemen, the power of the voice. If it's not something I've advocated for very heavily, this kind of defines it thoroughly. The voice is an instrument, a tool, and with practice practice and determination, even someone who sounded very, very manly originally can sound delightful. And
the way I do the deeper voices is I actually mimic the feeling I get whenever I burp.
You know what? Whatever works, make it work. As I'm sure you can understand, voice is a big advocation for me, and I try to help people understand how to achieve a voice of what you will. And if the sensation,
I caught Ribby off guard.
Hey, listen, Ribby, you're one to fucking talk. Your voice, we're having words later.
Fun. You want to know what else I can do?
By all means.
It's not just pitch, though. I can go even more into my own voice. I can add more gravel to it. I can give it more sensualness, a little bit more breath, and just let it tear into you more and more.
Whew, boy. Now I'm kind of regretting asking. Damn. Was this has this been something that you've always been able to do, or is this like something that you've practiced?
This is something I have practiced.
This
is something that I have always wanted to get into voice acting ever since I was little. I have always practiced voices.
It shows.
If
anything, it really goes to show that everyone, like, it doesn't matter who you are. in my mind, everybody has the chance to make their voice what they want it to be.
The little thing in chat.
Chat be acting up, that's for certain. Oh my gosh, damn right you should be. Damn right. When you've got a voice like this in your ears, there's no other response.
Oh, I know, right? Because I know it definitely makes Makari's lovely brain turn off when I start laying in heavy with the words.
I can neither confirm nor deny this.
Confirm it.
I can confirm that that is the case and that I am currently feeling many emotions inside my body right now.
Good, Kari.
I'm trying to show people that I'm able to control myself. Stop it. Fine. You want to play into this, motherfucker? Let's play into this. Break me. Do it.
You consent?
I consent to. This is okay. This is part of the chat. Break me.
Alrighty. Go on, take a deep breath. Makari.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you delicious darling. You absolute treat, you. Are you gonna be my good little succubus?
Yes.
Or would
Mistress.
you rather I make you feel even smaller? Answer me.
Yes.
Good girl.
Yeah.
There's the giggles.
Okay, you win. I don't think I felt that way.
You can hear her brain right now. It's just.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Listen, there's a fine line between when I'm just being myself and when I'm actually trying.
I mean, in all fairness, you barely even need to try to get my brain burring. Oh gosh, what a weird interview. I'm not complaining.
Also, chat, don't you say that. She's a lovely switch.
Chat just doesn't know what I'm capable of because they never give me the chance. Not to be fair, I'm just way too scatterbrained to be.
You know what? Lay it on me heavy.
Performance anxiety. I can't do that in front of people. I haven't done it in so long. Do you want to know the last time I did anything like that? I would have been, oh god, 10 years ago at least. Thing is, I used to. I had this amazing ability to do exactly what that was, where I could suave my voice in a way. But that's a skill that I need to hone again.
Hey, if you want a little bit of practice with it, all you need to do is breathe and enunciate every vowel.
I do remember. Albeit, was a very different time in my life. But still, thank you, Gaz,
I
for
thought
that.
fire is still there. You're a definite sweetheart. Thank you for giving me the chance to do that. My goodness, it was really nice.
I think it's
the sounds you made.
Well, like I said, we're here to put a spotlight on all your facets of content creation
The reason
and
why
your
I
ability
do that
to.
is because it's my. I found it is the easiest way to get somebody to be themselves.
Absolutely. And one day, if I can get that back, like you not to sound self-circling here. You are a lot of people's motivation, inspiration. Aspire as people have a lot of aspirations towards you. I feel with the way you have, and I think a lot of that comes from the sheer overwhelming amount of confidence you have with everything you do. Your voice, your personality, your energy. There's a lot of that confidence that a lot of us lack in some respects or another. And I know that
And I want to help inspire
and that's
everyone's
exactly it.
confidence.
That is why I brought you on. You do inspire. And I think the more we can get people to help see that inspiration and feel that they can achieve what they want to achieve, it's very important. We all have our journeys to make, and we all have our things that we need to do. I know I have mine. I'm sure people in chat have theirs. And seeing someone like yourself glowing as much as you do helps inspire all the more. Now,
it took a lot for me to get here. That's for sure.
You know what? Rome was not built in a day. Whether it's a voice goal, whether it's a confidence goal, you can't get there overnight. You have to go through the journey to reach your goal.
Because I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little design detail on my dress.
Would you like to show us?
Sure. Let me go ahead and show it real quick.
You might need to lift yourself up.
Sure, let me just, there we are.
Oop.
It's a little blurry. May need to go up a little more.
Is it the gold?
Yes, it's the gold lines on it.
Ah, I was wondering. Is there a story behind that? Also,
yes,
tall
there's
lady.
an art form. Yeah, sorry, I stood up. Now I'm towering over Makari.
Listen, we don't have chairs big enough here for you, all right? We gotta make do with what we can.
Yeah, we gotta make do. My head's currently scraping the ceiling now.
Sit back down. Sit back down. We don't want to have to get Billy having to
No.
the ceiling
I wanted to tell about this.
Yeah,
but those
okay.
gold lines on it.
Mhm.
I want to point out there is an art form that I have become very enamored with. It is called kintsugi.
Kintsugi. Okay.
Kintsugi.
Kintsugi.
Kintsugi, yes.
Okay. Color me interested.
Yes. So, kintsugi is the art form of taking something that is broken and fixing it with a gold lacquer.
Oh, I think I've heard of this. It's a very
It's a meditative art form, and
Yes,
it's a teaching of embracing one's flaws.
a very
And that sometimes things that are broken are more beautiful after being fixed.
This is a very philosophical look on things, and it's something that, as somebody who's inclined towards psychology and all that jazz, it's
Same here.
It's that having a focal point to try and having something, the word for it, having the ability to have a focal point is a way for people to focus their lives to better themselves. And kintsugi.
Yeah, I can type it in chat
for all intents and purposes, is something of that nature for our self-betterment. And I love that concept of reaching one's zenith. And again, this kind of really defines the idea of how much of a dichotomy there is between everything we can do as ourselves, whether it be the very sexualized nature of our day-to-day lives, but that then intertwines with this self-betterment, and how we can always, no matter how broken we are, no matter how much we think we are unfixable, everyone has the ability to get there. And the idea of kintsugi is that fulfillment, and how sometimes seeing a positive amidst the negative can help bring us together. Like, even that which is broken can create something that was better than its broken self. That amidst the rubble,
before when they were whole.
Exactly. Albeit what is crafted from those broken shells is something entirely new. It's still made of what we were. We cannot forget the tribes and tribulations. It is our past that helps us. It is not what defines us, but we cannot ignore its existence.
We are who we are because of what we've been through.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think it's a motto that tends to be something that those of us who try to aspire to be better than what we were can hold to. And something that, honestly, a lot of us need in our lives. It's very, very poignant. A very poetic mantra. And
What's
honestly...
really funny is we share too many interests. You want to know something?
Mm-hmm.
I actually studied and was trying to become a behavioral therapist at one point.
Are we just like twins from another from two separate ends of the world?
Fuck it, we're twins.
You know what? I may have a slight lack of arms, but what I lack for in arms, we make up for in similarities.
I've been called a succubus before by a pastor, so it works.
I got called a harlot by one of mine.
Oh, it wasn't my pastor. It was literally one that was like on the little rolling speaker and the microphone on the side of the street. I was walking out of the brothel I worked at, and they fucking pointed at me aggressively and said, "Succubus, harlot."
I feel as though I need to make a spider Kari now.
Yo.
This could be a thing.
Hey,
Kuro, how would you feel making a spider version of myself in a similar vein as Gaz here? I think that'd be.
How would you feel about making a succubus?
Okay.
Gaz?
Okay, but for the sake of brain gremlins, let's just put a really devious idea in our viewer's head for a moment. We could just do that, but what about the idea of corruption? The idea that Gaz grabs me by the face, shoves their tongue deep in my ear, and just slowly, and then my body morphs and grows into this fine, extravagant form of a spider.
Oh, yeah.
Now
because you've heard what my venom does, right?
That's kind of why I was saying it. And to a similar extent, how Makari has this ability to corrupt, utilizing her succubi powers.
What happens when you corrupt the corrupted?
I say corrupt, morph, take away the useless self-needing thoughts, the idea of thinking of oneself and just replacing it with the idea of subservitude. The form must represent the desire, and if the only desire is towards me, then of course it needs to be more reflective.
Oh, delicious.
Transformation's a great kink, by the way.
It is. It's a really good one. It's a really good kink. That's why my fucking venom is the way it is, because...
Yes, absolutely. Now, I am keeping an eye on the time, so let's try and round this out a little bit.
Oh yeah, feel free to bang out some more questions.
No, this is actually honestly, we've gone through this entire thing has been perfect. What I was thinking we were going to be doing for the last little bit was I was going to do a little bit of quiz. We are going to play a game of Who's That Streamer? Or who's that content creator? A little idea I stole from a friend of mine. Now, I was planning on having a few more questions for this, but unfortunately I ran out of time because I'm about as preemptive as a flood, apparently. But the idea is...
I mean, I could stop distracting you if you wanted a rapid fire.
Nah, that's good. I like being distracted.
Alrighty.
So, I have a few tweets. I have a few tweets that I have taken from Twitter, and your challenge is to guess who these tweets are by. These are people you should know, and it is your job to tell me whose tweets these are. Now, there is a caveat here. If the challenge is you need to guess 7 out of the 9. If you get 7 out of 9, we shall consider you a winner. If you win, then I have to gift your channel 10 subs. If you lose, I gift you 5, but I have to gift myself 5 as well, which will then increase my time. So no pressure. If you lose, I suffer. So I'm really hoping you win this, okay?
Alrighty. Let's see how this goes.
So what I'll do, I'm going to put it on the screen for chat to see. But I'm going to put it in the Discord for you to see. So give me just a real quick second.
Okay, so these should be people I know.
These
are they people I follow?
Yes, these are people who I have specifically... So some of them are more generalized people that realistically you probably know because if you spend time on Twitter or around the VTube sphere, they are general thing. Some of them are your general social circle, shall we say, without giving it away.
Okay.
Or people that
how is there a Crimbo one in there?
Honestly, I was looking for one from him, but unfortunately, not to give away. No, there's not one from Crimbo. There would have been if I had more time.
It would have been too easy because
honestly,
Crimbo's iconic tweets are always about slime.
Absolutely. Okay.
I fucking love that man.
Yeah. Okay. So the first one, I'm gonna send it to you now.
Alrighty, let's see.
So the first tweet. I know you guys are very eager to be nommed, but remember that I am mostly wholesome. I only eat if you need to be punished, okay? It's not a reward. Do you know who this is? Take a moment to think.
I know several Vor VTubers.
This one might be a little bit more vague, but it is someone that you have been around very recently. Someone who I've seen that you have interacted with on Twitter.
On Twitter. Alrighty.
Chat, you may guess as well. However, I'm hoping Gaz does not have chat open for this part just for the sake of it. But if chat, you can guess as well.
I'm not looking at chat. I'm not looking at chat. Don't you worry.
I will give you, if you want, I can give you a hint. Oh, okay? You know what?
I might need a hint because I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the people I hang around type the same shit I
do. Okay.
Oh, hold up. I just remembered the emotes. The emotes, they're the tell.
Yes.
That's the tell. Fuck. Who do I know that uses a fucking red heart like that all the time?
Me.
Okay, no. Nommed. That's Chunky.
Yes, it is. It's Chunky. Yeah.
Because Chunky is someone that fucking says that a lot. She's like, I don't eat you only as a punishment, or I want to mem you.
That is absolutely yes. I thought this would be quite identifiable. Okay, so you're 1 out of 9. Congratulations. Good job. Let me grab the second one. So,
yeah,
I will give you 2 lifelines. If you get stuck, you may.
I'm only opening the chat after I guess. By the way,
that's so good. You can have 2 lifelines. You can use them at any point. And I will give you some kind of hint about who they are. It might be a bit vague. It might be a bit more obvious. But the hint.
Did I already use one?
No. For this one, you got that. You got that completely on your own. Okay.
Okay.
The next one. So again, not all of these are going to be people you necessarily know. They're going to be people,
but they're general.
And I will say this: not all of them are necessarily people. As such. I'll let your mind work on that one. But the second one. Well, we get reviews like this, so must be good. And this is more about the image than it is about the actual tweet itself. Now...
Alrighty, so I know this is a game dev, and I already know which game dev this is.
Okay, yeah.
This is the Cult of the Lamb Twitter.
Yes! Cult of the Lamb! Yeah, okay. I was testing you. Good. Chat got that really quick as well, I think.
Honestly.
One of my favorite games, just the sheer memery of their Twitter.
Oh yeah, no, that game, I need to play it again, because they just allowed chat to fucking be menaces. And you want to know what my idea was? So... my chat liaison is me and Conley's daughter, Toka. She's a menace. She's only 4 feet tall, and she acts like a fucking kaiju.
Amazing.
She's a full-grown fucking woman, by the way. But she still fucking steals the shredded cheese out of the fucking fridge.
Nice. Okay. Next
we were thinking about doing like a little stream where she's in charge of the fucking cult.
Honestly, that sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna have to steal that actually. Cold lamb, it offers so many great opportunities as well. Like I could totally, honestly, the way your whole design is, I could totally see you being one of the like the elders that they have to all face off against and everything, or like being the actual cult leader in general. Like the design just works. Okay,
all right, let's do that.
Number 3.
I'm ready.
Number 3. It's lemon time.
Really?
I was wondering if you would. Oh, but who is it? Who is it though, Gaz?
It's me.
Yes, it's you. I was more so making sure you didn't have dementia, okay?
I forgot I fucking typed it's lemon time.
This is merely testing to make sure you're aware of your own nonsense you put online, okay? Your Twitter feed is an absolute metric ton of memery, and this just completely stuck out.
Yes. So what happened is, if we reached all the subathon goals during, I was saving money for one of my really close friends to move in.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, if we reach all the goals, I will eat a lemon with the peel.
Oh! Was it good? Did you enjoy the lemon?
I like eating because the thing is I said I like eating lemons. That was where the conversation started. And then somebody said, eat it with the peel.
And the old lemon twist.
And then I said, all right, if we reach all the goals, I will eat a lemon with the peel. And then everybody screenshotted and uses evidence against me.
Oh dear. What, chat doing something suspicious and annoying? Couldn't be a typical Twitch chat. Ha ha ha.
So I decided, you know what, we're just gonna do that then.
Okay. You are 3 for 3. You're almost there. You need to get 4 more to be considered a winner here. But let's face it, we're all winners here, having had you here. So the fourth. Now this is actually someone else. This is number 4. My consciousness on Warframe. It got a great plot and beautiful environment. Designs, I mean, just look at the roundness of that planet. Utilizing Wisp as the...
Okay, so I'm going to point something out. You gave me a very easy tell.
Yes.
You got upset about the typo.
Oh, my consensus on Warframe. I said, sorry. My consensus on Warframe. Sorry, that was more my brain fart than anything else.
Okay.
This one might be a bit harder.
This one might be a bit harder?
Mm-hmm. You do follow them. You have interacted with them. I've made sure.
Okay. Well, that throws my guess out the window.
I can give you a guess. I can give you a couple quick hints, actually, if you want to use one of your lifelines.
Because if it's not somebody I know, I might need a hint.
I believe you.
Well, I mean, if it's not somebody I interact too much outside of like Twitch.
I suppose it really depends how much the person appears on your timeline, I suppose. It was more so the obsession over booty. This is somebody...
Oh, it's the obsession of a booty?
More or less. This is somebody who has been in the stream today.
Oh.
Someone you know. You've spoken to them.
I've spoken to them in the stream today.
They...
Okay, hold on. I don't need any more hints. The dark black color scheme.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a shot in the dark. I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but I'm taking a shot in the dark. Was it Izzy?
Yes, it was! That was an Isabella Ooze post, and I took it because they made a post about Warframe.
the moment I thought about it more, you said ass. I looked at the ass, and I was like, okay, there's only one person I know that is like stupid into latex, black latex.
Izzy's gonna kill me. I'm sorry. Thing is, though, this one I chose this one because
the moment you said ass was the moment I thought about it.
Exactly, and that's the thing. If you break apart the semantics of a tweet, there are always telling signs, and like not even just linguistically, they're just like telling like actions or choices people make in their tweets.
Exactly.
That show who they are. And sure, you know, it's a bit vague on this one, but think about it. Izzy, they love their shine. They love their black gooey nature.
The black gooiness.
Absolutely.
The glossiness. Oh my god. Such an absolute darling too. Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to spend more time with.
Okay, so that's 4 for 4. Excellent.
Yo, 4 for 4. I'm bound to mess up now.
Okay, number 4. Number 5, sorry.
Okay.
I will find you, and I will cuddle you.
Oh shit. I saw that one recently. That was yours, wasn't it?
Just checking if you're paying attention.
I do pay attention.
Okay, that was easy. That was easy. That was a test. It was just a test. Good, good. Okay. Maybe a slightly more vague one this time. A bit more of a, are you paying attention to Twitter in general kind of thing. Number 6. Well, this looks kind of baseline.
I don't have any idea right now who that could be, but that is a fucking funny.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a.
Also, they fucking ratioed them.
They did. Okay, but I'm gonna give you a little hint for this one because it is kind of a little bit vague.
Okay.
Look at the people they are ratioing. Look at the people they're replying to.
I already have an idea. It's Opera GX.
Yes, it is Opera GX.
Because Opera GX has like the most shitposty fucking things. The moment I saw ratio, I was like, okay, that's Opera GX.
Honestly, whoever's in charge of Opera GX's Twitter account needs a fucking raise. They are doing the Lord's work with that nonsense. If I could channel
but
even...
I am gonna fucking roast them about the 30-year-old thing.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, let's face it. If they fire out 20 memes, one of them's bound to be a little bit insensitive and stupid.
Oh no, that wasn't the insensitive part. It was more the fact of just not knowing your fucking audience.
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, number 7. So you've got 6 out of 6. If you get this one, 10 gifted subs are yours.
All right. Let's make this a little harder, okay? No hints.
No hints. Okay.
No hints. No more hints.
That might change who I give you next then.
Why? Because you don't want to lose.
Yes. Okay. Here.
I mean, there's 3 left, and I only need to get 1.
That's very true. Here is number 7. Me when no steppies. Me when steppies.
I feel like that's the crab.
I'm not allowed to give you any hints. I'm not. I mean, it could be me for all you know. I mean,
That's Vel.
Yes, it is.
It's Vel.
That is. I mean, let's face it. If there's a VTuber that's known for being a foot enthusiast, it's Vil.
Give me the other 2. I kind of want the other 2 now.
Hey, I was gonna give you the other 2 regardless. I mean, look.
Okay.
If you can get a 9 out of 9, I'm sure we can probably find something else to throw in there as a little bit of a prize.
Oh yeah. Also, I think I just looked at it, and yes, Lenari is right. You can see Vel if you look closely.
Huh?
Yeah, you didn't scribble it out enough.
Oh, come on. Pfft, okay, look. Yeah, that's on me. I'm sorry. Still, it's not like that's what gave it to you to begin with. Like, you got it because of the nonsense. Anyway.
Yeah, because feet.
Because feet. You didn't.
Oh, what's really funny is to congratulate Vil on the debut and stuff. I just slid a DM of spider beans.
Wait, you gave Vil spider beans and you're not.
What, do you want my beans? You gotta give me a solid answer if you want it.
Yes, please, oh Mistress Spimbo. Please presenteth thy beans for the audience to see, because I feel left out.
Beans.
That's.
You can feel free to share that.
That's. You know what?
You can feel free to share the beans.
I'm not even necessarily into feet, and that's them's be looking some good. There's some good beans right there.
Look at those beans.
Them's be. I'm kind of inclined to see what the rest of the picture is now. Anyway, moving on. Yes, for free.
That's actually
free beans.
That's actually the Dakimakura that I'm going to be selling soon.
Ooh, excitement. Okay.
Yes.
Let's quick fire these last two, because I think you should, like, one of these you will absolutely get without any hesitation. The other one.
Okay.
Other one. Okay. So, number 8.
Okay, I already know about this one. It's the would this hurt if I shoot a teddy bear through this?
Yes.
I was laughing at that one earlier.
Mm-hmm. But who's it from?
Who's it from? Fucking.
It's all good saying that you know.
I saw the tweet. Oh, fuck. Who's the one with the chaotic energy for that? I saw the tweet. How am I already forgetting? Why am I struggling on the one that I literally looked at for like 10 minutes this morning?
I'll give you a couple more seconds. I will say that you have been around this person before. I mean, you are allowed to submit and say you don't know. I will happily accept at least one submittance from you. It's okay if you don't know, sweetheart.
You're really putting me on the spot this time. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Darling, you have absolutely no idea. It is not Ruzu Keyblade, no. I'm gonna have to put you on the clock, darling.
Oh, shit, come on, brain, come on.
I could give you I'm gonna give you one of your lifelines. This is someone that you were in VR with as well.
Someone I was in VR with.
A very avid fan of yours, it would seem. As much as I love seeing you squirm.
Someone I was on VR with and an avid fan. I'm gonna say the meme. Do you realize how little that narrows it down?
Oh gosh. Okay. You're not there.
Give me one more hand. I don't know why I'm struggling with this one. I know who it is, but my fucking brain is not able to put the fucking pieces together right now. This is the Spimbo. This is the Spimbo in Peak. All the other ones I fucking breezed through, but the one that I actually fucking looked at, I'm fucking struggling.
It's okay. I understand. We all have one of those Spimbo moments. It's fine.
Now you're just calling me out. Now you're just trying to get me.
I suppose their name on Twitter begins with an S and has a D in the middle, much like the most of us around you.
How is this making it harder for me? Why is this making it
Hold on, I might be able to give you a better hint.
Why is my brain unable to fucking put simple hints together? I was literally looking at this fucking tweet. I'm gonna feel stupid once I know it.
Their avatar has bunny ears and a nice bow tie. Well, sometimes bow tie. Their eyes are a pastel yellow. They have bunny ears.
How am I not able to put information together? What the fuck? Am I
gonna win one over on you? Are you gonna
You're probably going to win this over purely because I'm a fucking bimbo.
It's okay to admit that you've lost on this one. You can give this to me, and I will rule it for days.
Fucking hell.
Oh, what's the matter? Is the Spimbo
You're
submitting?
chaotic.
Is the Spimbo
Chaotic.
submitting?
You're chaotic.
No, come on, submit. You know you want to. Submit to
Is
me.
the D a capital?
Huh?
Is the D capital?
Yes.
It's one of the himbos.
That's still not the name, though. I need the name.
I know. It's one of the himbos. It's Saint D-Mac.
Yes! There you go!
Yeah. Okay. Fucking hell. Why was I struggling? I was literally fucking talking to them just a second ago. How... their name is literally right there in my DMs.
I was hoping I could get you to submit one day. One day. But not today. Very well.
I'm pretty sure that was long enough in order to fucking make me lose that one. You gave me like 5 hints and I still couldn't get it.
Excellent. No, I had fun with that one. Okay.
No,
the final one.
I submit on that one.
That final
one was my
one.
own stupidity.
This last one isn't on the same vein as the rest. This next one's actually more of a shit post than anything else. So technically you've already won, but I'm giving this one just because we need to all remember. We need to all remember the platform we're on, and that some people don't deserve second chances. Yesterday released a new branded content guidelines that impacted the ability to work with sponsors and increase your income in streaming. These guidelines are bad for you, bad for Twitch, when we are removing them immediately.
Yes, I've also fucking commented on it. My goodness. The fucking worst part, they didn't even remove it.
No, they haven't. And that's kind of why I put it in there, because it's a poignant thing to remind everyone that even when Twitch says they do something, they do the opposite.
They don't.
They've literally rolled out a shit ton of other anti-consumer, anti-streamer things.
Yes.
Literally last night.
Literally last night, they just pumped out more.
It's
just, they're constantly... They already take half of our fucking income. Is that enough?
No. And I put that in there, just have that little semblance of conversation in there. Because Twitch are a bunch of absolute cretins when it comes to understanding their streamers and audiences. And we need everyone to know that the only way change is ever going to happen is if you actually affect their bottom dollar. Don't buy bits. Don't sub. Just tip.
Donate to us directly.
Exactly. Because in case you don't know now, so not only, one of the big changes is not only are they charging you to buy bits, when you give bits to a streamer, the streamer now gets charged for receiving bits.
Yes. We get charged for receiving bits. So we're getting even less money.
Absolute scummery.
It is.
And if you are an affiliate or a partner and you lose your partner affiliate status, you're charged $25.
Yes. And the thing is, they're adding more into it to be able to strip people of their partner status.
Sorry to lower the mood right there, but I thought it'd be a poignant thing to have something
let me heighten
important.
the mood real quick. You ready for me to heighten the mood?
You know what? If we're gonna, I think that as we're gonna end out anyway, I think we're gonna go out with a bang. Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Go on then, give us our...
I would submit to you, Makari.
Yes. Oh, you mean like that?
Given the proper circumstances.
Oh no! Don't put me on the spot like this. And what circumstances would those be?
Well, to be honest, you actually did have me a bit flustered.
Very well. I will attempt. Not that I can promise it's going to be anything spectacular.
Oh, honey, you're already spectacular.
I can't! I'm gonna giggle like a little bitch now! But if I could go out from the stream, I would demand of you one thing, Gaz. I need you to submit to me a name of who we can impart our...
I know where we can send everyone.
Yeah.
There's a lovely spider who's currently streaming. A very close, loving sweetheart, that we can